Hey, how you guys doing? IBI Collects. Yeah, I am on my creative world in survival, and yeah, the main reason why is to show you guys that the JL2579 block value changer still works, and somebody had contacted me today and actually showed me another version, and they used some glass and some other things to try and get it to work on the Xbox. And so I jumped on my old map and I went on here and it worked, and then I put it on here and it didn't work, and I didn't know why. And so I screwed around with it and I found that you need to glitch it out, and I glitched it and now it works fine. So let's go ahead and check it out. I'm going to do the rare blocks first. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some stone bricks. I need a pickaxe, and I think that's all I need. Alright, so you place it in the machine and then you pick the value you want to change. So this is like value 1, right? So it's going to change it to the moss. Put a torch back there. There you go, it changes it to moss for you. And then you want to change it to crack. Now I am in survival, so you can see these are they're not allowed bricks unless you actually go on creative and create them. And you can see I can mine them, and I actually get those materials, and I'm in survival, so pretty cool. And then we are actually going to make this. Obviously it says on the tutorial that this is a tutorial, and now we're just going to go through I'm going to do randoms here because I don't have enough time to show you every single feature. But if you put in half slabs, add your torch in, change it to sandstone, then wood. So you can literally change these into wood. Now they are slabs, I will tell you that. But you can actually edit other ones. So you can see that they're slabs, but it just transformed them, which is pretty cool. And so let's go ahead and do the more important ones, which would be brick slabs, which I would say would probably be pretty expensive on survival to find clay and all that and make them. And then of course you can do slab bricks, and let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so these are all cool. You know, they are half slabs though. Get rid of this spare material. But it can actually edit the value of normal blocks, and so we've seen that it edited those, and it can also make nether brick slabs, and it can also make this brick. So you can see these are both you know, stone slabs, but this one's got something weird going on with it, is that when you put them together it looks like a whole block. So let me actually show you that real quick. Oh, whoops. Alright, show you that again. So this turns in, it edits the value of the slabs and kind of confuses it a little bit and gives you these really odd blocks. Then you can actually pick them up and place them, and obviously you got to be in. So if I put it here, you can see that it makes a solid block, but it won't let me put it on a normal half slab because it's been edited. So it will not let me put it. You can see they're completely different, and go ahead and just put it there for now. Alright, so that's just some of them, but you can get all these wools, and then you can also change wood as well. Not only can you change that wood, but you can change the regular wood. So if I grab some oak and I place oak in here, now this would be the best way to do it, is just to modify or just to modify this wood. So if I want dark wood, I activate value 1, changes it to dark, and so I'm putting oak, and this should turn it into birch for us. There you go. You got birch. And of course the rest of these are oak. I'm assuming that when jungle wood comes out, this will be jungle wood. And then this will become oak. So that's not the only thing you can change. Actually, you can actually change the actual block itself as well. You can turn in regular oak. So you mined a bunch of it and you'd rather have dark. Hit the value 1. Whoops, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be here. Value 1, turns it into dark wood. And then we should be able to get some birch out of this. Now I will say this is totally cheating. You know, I mean, it's definitely cheating. But if you if you're short on material, or maybe you just don't have the right stuff, it could be useful. Alright, so let's just do a little bit of wool. And then I'm going to jump back on creative. Alright, so we're set on 1, so it should give us orange. I'm going to go ahead and just do random colors, so yellow. It will do all the colors you see up there. Just got orange, and that is actually because I'm doing this the wrong way. Alright, there we go. So random colors, let's go ahead and do blue now. Okay, we got blue. Let's just do the last one, which would be dark gray. There we go. So we got those. Yeah, and you can mine them, and you can see that they actually increased my inventory here. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all we need for now. I think this is pretty much proof enough, so I'm going to jump back over on creative. Alright, so let's go ahead and make here, and I'm going to use it to copy because it actually is a little difficult to make. Alright, so first thing you need to do is grab a map and make sure you're looking left. Now I would say you could probably make it right, but I haven't tried it in any other direction. But I'm sure it would work that direction. It just won't work if you're looking up or down. So when you build this, you want to be looking left. So the first thing you need to do is just basically come down here, put a sticky piston and another one like that, 2 blocks on top, and then come up like that, do little stairs, and then go like that. And this is going to be just a little test, although it's really not necessary because I already got this figured out in the Xbox, but as long as you're facing the right direction, it will work. So next thing you need to do is just place a block on there with a sticky and then another block, and this kind of becomes a funny dual edge monostable. So knock that out, grab some red wool, put it on there, and it's going to edit that. So what you do is you put the torch on, and there you go. When it's retracting and this touches it at the same time, it edits the value of the block. And so we're going to use that concept and turn it into a machine, which is JL2579s, which I will be linking in the channel. And the only reason I'm doing a tutorial is because it's actually really hard to get this to work. Alright, so let's grab some sandstone or whatever material you want to. First thing you want to do is replace this with a lever. Put a torch below the lever like that, and then underneath here you're going to want to place blocks down like that, 2 on each side like so, another block here, and then a repeater on 3 ticks, redstone, and some redstone here. And then basically going to want to put a little path like that, send it across, and for temporary we need 2 blocks right there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and come in here, place a torch, redstone, and then want to dig down one like that, repeater on 3 ticks, and then go ahead and just leave that for now. Alright, let's go ahead and just do the part of the circuit. So we're going to need a sticky piston one away, another sticky like that, and then you're going to need a normal piston just like that. Those are going to be kind of markers, so we can go ahead and just put some material here, and then we need to put a block here, and this is going to prevent some flooding that's going to be happening when we do this. It's definitely going to get waterlogged. Alright, so off of this you need to come up one and then make a little stair like that, and then redstone it, and you're going to need torch here and here, and then those need to go into the back of this. This one needs a repeater on 2 ticks, this one on none, just like that. And so from here we can basically come over here. We need to dig down, I believe that is 2 blocks from the top. Knock that out, torch, redstone, connect it in, and then on top of that repeater you're going to need a block with a torch, and then some redstone here. Knock these out, repeater here on 4 ticks, redstone, some more redstone. I'm sorry, actually that needs to be a torch. There we go, torch. Should retract the block. Go ahead and this is going to be our platform where we're going to be walking. So we're better off putting it here now to prevent any flooding, which is going to happen on this. Alright, so that part's done. Now we need to just basically put another normal piston there, and then on top of this you're going to put a block like so, and then we're going to need to count out 6 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a total of a length of 7. You're going to want to put blocks up like that. We're basically going to create a water trough here, and we can go ahead and just build this up. Stop 2 blocks from there, repeater, redstone. You just want to connect this in. It's a little staircase. That's all we really need. It's just to cut the water off so it doesn't flow, and then you're going to need to come in the trough here and put pistons, just normal ones, facing like that. Do not want anything other. And then count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to need levers. Go ahead and turn them all on. And now we just need to build this little water trough, and so I usually just do this. And this is where we need our solid water source. And like I said, it is going to flood, so we need to build some protection. And I'm going to do that real quick with you. So, just like that. It's getting ready to be sundown, so I'm probably going to be sleeping here in a sec. But so solid blocks or solid water source. And what happens is when you open this up, it allows water to flow from 5 blocks away, and then that would touch the block here, causing it to edit the value for you. And so if it touches at just the right time, it gives you that editing effect that we get. So blocks here. This is just a little work area that I like to put in. And so this is part of the Xbox thing, is you need some redstone there. And I usually just put a button there for temporary, and then right there, that's going to be where our material is going to be coming out. And so from here, you're going to want to build a little trough, because this is going to flood. And just basically put another one here to prevent any water from escaping. Alright, so I am going to sleep and see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now that we got this, we can, like I said, this is going to be the floor here. I'm just going to do a little bit of it, just like that. And so this is where we need to start our testing. And you just want to put a block in there where that redstone is, and then just grab some white wool. And this is very important that it does not work and it will actually break if it doesn't have the water. And that's what I did originally, was I screwed up because I tried to test it without it being active. And so there you go. So simple editing thing. Now when I first put this on my map, I don't know why, but it would not work no matter how much I tried. And so set it on 1, and if it's not working for you and you try to color, change the colors and it's not working, you're going to want to come back here and remove those torches just for a sec, and we're just going to cycle it. So just shut the water off, turn it back on, and just let it flood, right? Go ahead and turn it off and get it to grab the block. Once it's grabbed the block and you see that this has been budded, we know that it's going to be working correctly now. I don't know why, but whatever. Replace it. It should grab the piston back for us. Now we should be able to start editing. And so we can just do whatever colors we need. There we go. Blue, and so on, I'm going to link JL2579's channel, and I wanted to let you know the original person that showed me this was Covert. And Covert's been a fan of JL for a long time, and yeah, anyway, first thing he did was test this on the 360, and that's actually how me and him met. He showed me this, showed me some other cool stuff. Me and him did the vault door together, and he's working on some really cool stuff right now, some cannons, super cannons, and a really cool, I'm not going to mention, it's a surprise, but anyway, yeah, that's the JL block value changer. And you can see that I built 3 of them, and they all work. Will not work if you don't cycle it, but you can see there I'm getting my block value. So the best thing to do if you want to be safe is to just always leave one of these on, and it will, if somebody comes in and breaks it, which would be this, you'll see what it does. It doesn't throw the block up, and then what happens is this thing usually gets jammed out, cutting off all the power and screwing it up. So what you'd have to do is just cycle the machine. So water, and there you go. That's how you get it to work on the 360. And remember the orientation, to make it facing left of your map. Now you're more than welcome to try and make it to the right. Let me know if it works for you. I only put this on here because I was very curious if it even worked. So I got one more thing to show you about this. Actually, I think I already covered that. It does wood. Every block you see on here, it does. It also does one magic thing, which a lot of people probably don't know about, is that it can do invisible stairs. And what it does, it edits the value of the block for some reason, and that would be this one. I think, yeah. So this will make this stair invisible. It's still there though. And if you look on my screen, you can actually see that I'm actually inside the block, but it can push other blocks. And let's go ahead and check that feature out. So I'm going to put a block here, and I'm just going to put in another one. There you go. You can see it moved it. And just to prove it's not some kind of weird trick, I'm going to go ahead and there there you go. You'll see that it blacks out, completely blocks out any light in there. And I was able to place a torch in it. You can see it's like as though we were in a tunnel or something. And then you can actually break them. You can also move them with pistons. It makes some pretty crazy things because you use a piston tape, for instance. Yeah, they don't affect you in any way, but mobs can't walk through them. Things like. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Comment, like, and subscribe, and please read the description and check out JL2579. He's the one that came up with this. And I'm also going to link the kid that has the glass version. It's a modified version of JL's. It seemed pretty decent. So anyway, I'll link it and you guys check it out. Alright, have a good one. Later.